Welcome to episode 815 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Burnett, Apartment Hacker. It's my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. So today's perk is tomorrow's entitlement. I read that somewhere and I was definitely inspired by the concept, right? So I applied this term to it, perk inflation, right? In perk inflation meaning that today's workforce, and I'm not going to tag this on millennials or Gen Z or young, youthful people. I'm going to tag it on every generation, right? Every generation has their form of perk inflation, and that gets to the point of entitlement. If you look back over a long bit of history, people in organizations of the past, like let's say 20, 30, 40 years ago, when you went to work for an organization, the perk was you were there for a lifetime, right? You worked there 20, 30, 40 years and you retired and you got a pension. That was a perk. And there was a perk inflation in the sense that that was entitlement. That was that generation's form of entitlement. Today it's, I want to have a VP title by the time I'm 23 or 24 or 25. I want to have snacks in the break room. I want to have a foosball table in the office. I want to have a pool table in the office. I want to have a keg in my office. I want to, whatever it is, there are all these perks that we put in place today that become these entitlements or expectations. I want to fly first class. I want to fly business class. Whatever it is, perk inflation that becomes this sort of entitlement that people govern themselves by. And when what's really interesting to me, I'm going to get off track here, and it's okay. The Apartment Hacker is my show. I can get off track. What's really interesting to me is we've been in the longest bull run in recent history. Let's say it's entering its 10th year. We're into the 10th year of a bull run right now, this current business cycle. So there are many people in the workplace today, in positions of leadership and management that have never seen a downturn, that have never seen a dip in a business cycle. They've never lived through it. They've read about it in textbooks. They've read about it as a case study in a finance class or in a business class or in an econ class, 101, 201, whatever. You read a case study, probably from the HBR, right, or strategy in business. But you never lived through it. You never experienced laying people off without the prospects of getting another opportunity because the labor market turned off, right? 07, 08 was a shock and awe to the system. And if you were around at that moment in time, you know what I'm talking about. There's a current generation that sees perk inflation as an entitlement that they've never lived through that, and they are about to. And it'll be really interesting to see the impact of that on those particular people. My hope is that we work in and around other people who've been through that, and that have experienced that can give counsel to those particular individuals and or can handle those particular scenarios with a level of grace that the younger generation has not seen or that needs through that. But it's coming, and I would encourage every single one of you out there to just get ready for it. It may not be the 07, 08 shock and awe, but there'll be an adjustment, and there'll be change and transition in organizations, and there will be people that are laid off that don't have prospects for another opportunity, at least in the near term. And we need to be graceful as a business community with those folks. We need to reskill, upskill, and create other opportunities for them right now, today, because that is coming. The downturn is coming. The correction is coming. You can smell it in the air. Be ready. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.